Have you ever felt lost, like the world was a labyrinth with no exit? That's exactly how Clara felt. Every morning, she'd wake up to the same gray view from her city apartment window, a reflection of the grayness she felt inside. Her dreams, once so vibrant, had faded into the background noise of her monotonous life. She worked a job she didn't love, lived a life that felt like it belonged to someone else, and the spark in her eyes had long since dimmed. One chilly afternoon, while walking through the park, a flash of black caught her eye. It was a crow, but not just any crow. This one was struggling, its wing bent at an unnatural angle. Something in its desperate, intelligent eyes called to Clara. She carefully scooped up the injured bird, wrapped it in her scarf, and took it home. She named him Corvus. Caring for Corvus became her new routine. She learned how to bandage his wing, what to feed him, and how to speak to him in a soft, reassuring voice. In the quiet moments they shared, she found herself talking to him not just about his wing, but about her life, her forgotten dreams of being a painter, and the heavy feeling of being stuck. Corvus would listen, his head tilted, his dark eyes seeming to understand. As Corvus's wing slowly healed, something within Clara began to mend as well. She bought a small set of watercolors and his sketchbook. At first, her hand felt clumsy, the colors muted, but she persisted. She started by sketching Corvus, capturing the glossy sheen of his feathers and the wisdom in his gaze. Each brushstroke felt like reclaiming a piece of herself. The day Corvus was finally ready to fly again was bittersweet. Clara took him back to the park, her heart a mix of pride and sadness. She opened her hands, and with a powerful caw, he soared into the sky, circling once above her head before disappearing into the vast blue. Clara didn't feel empty, though. Watching him fly, she felt a profound sense of freedom. Corvus's flight was a mirror of her own potential, a potential she had forgotten. She went home and painted not with hesitation, but with passion. She painted the city not as a gray prison, but as a landscape of a million stories. She painted the sky not as an empty void, but as a canvas of endless possibility. Her small apartment, once a symbol of her confinement, transformed into a vibrant studio filled with color, life, and the scent of wet paint. Clara started sharing her art online. At first, it was just a few friends, but her paintings, filled with such raw emotion and newfound hope, began to resonate with people. Strangers from all over the world started messaging her, telling her how her art inspired them to pick up an old hobby, to change their career, or to simply look at the world with fresh eyes. Her story wasn't about becoming a famous artist overnight. It was about the small, consistent steps she took every single day. It was about finding a reason to care, first for a broken bird and then for herself. It was about rediscovering that the colors of her life hadn't vanished. They were just waiting for her to pick up the brush again. Sometimes we all feel like we have a broken wing. We feel grounded, unable to reach the heights we once dreamed of. But Clara's story and the story of her crow reminds us of a powerful truth. Healing is possible. It often starts with a single act of kindness, an act that ripples outward and eventually finds its way back to us. That little spark you're looking for, it's not out there somewhere in the distant future. It's right here, right now, within you. It might be hidden under layers of doubt and routine, but it's there. Maybe your crow isn't a bird. Maybe it's a new hobby, a conversation with a stranger, a walk in a different direction, or simply the decision to be a little kinder to yourself today. The key is to start. Take that one small step. Just like Clara, you might be surprised to find that the very act of mending something else helps you mend yourself. You have the power to repaint your own world, to turn your gray canvas into a masterpiece of your own making. You just have to believe in the strength of your own wings. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. If it resonated with you, I'd be so grateful you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories to inspire your journey. Remember to be kind to yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.